You're finally ready to get out of debt, but what repayment strategy are you going to be using? My name is Gaby Rincon. I'm a money coach and financial strategist. I specialize in working with the first-gen BIPOC community and empowering them to live money stress-free. Welcome back to our series for the month, Debt-Free Dreams, where we're talking about the importance about selecting a strategy that will work for you and you can implement long-term until you eventually reach debt-free. Picking the right debt repayment strategy can really lead to long-term success, because at the end of the day, we're talking about building a habit, the habit of debt repayment, the habit of becoming debt-free and then staying debt-free, right? And that comes down to what's your mindset at, what's your behavior, how can we maximize and build on that foundation that you already have. So here's the top 4 that I have with my clients, okay? Number 1, we have the debt snowball method. You've probably heard of this before. Essentially, you map out all of your debts, including the APR, including the minimum payment, including the debt payoff date, just so that you're really aware of what's going on, okay? And then you prioritize paying the lowest balance first, right? The lowest balance debt, and any extra money that you have goes towards that. Once that's been paid off, you snowball that payment into the next one and into the next one, into the next one. It's really great for people who kind of want a quick win instantly. It's really great for the mindset shift of oh my God, see, I am becoming this debt-free person. I am doing it. This loan is completely gone. This credit card is completely gone. This is a really great way to really keep you motivated. Method number 2, we've got a debt avalanche. Again, very popular. This makes the most mathematical sense, because you're doing the same concept, but you're applying it towards the highest interest debt, which is the one that's going to be costing you the most amount of money. So if you're I just want to save the most, what's going to make the most sense to do when we're looking at the numbers, then we're going to apply the debt avalanche. Let's attack the one that's kind of costing you the most amount. Number 3, we've got debt consolidation. This is where you take out a loan and consolidate. You put all of the debts, all of the credit cards, for example, into one big loan. This is very helpful because the interest rate on the personal loan will typically be way lower than credit card interest rates, so it's going to save you money in the long term. This can be really helpful for people who management-wise would rather see one payment, and it's a bigger, but that's okay. It's only one as opposed to 6 different smaller payments. Operationally, it can feel a lot more accessible to use. However, we want to make sure that when you do consolidate, you've also looked at the behavior. And so if you were overspending, for example, before, and that's how you've got the credit card debt, please don't consolidate your debt and then in a loan and then all of a sudden start using it again, because then we'll end up with credit card balances plus a new loan. No. And number 4, we've got balance transfer cards, okay? These are really great because they offer you an introductory period, let's say 6, 9, 18 months of 0% interest. So you're able to transfer that balance and then apply everything towards principal, which can really help. Worthy to note that there is usually a balance transfer fee somewhere between 3 to 5%, but again, overall, it could end up being a lot more affordable. What I see work really well with clients is for a couple months, we're kind of using a debt snowball, really getting them used to hey, I am debt-free, I am becoming debt-free, I am intentionally paying off this debt, and then we'll look into a balance transfer card, because it gets so awesome to see oh my God, that balance comes down so much. So that's usually what we do, and it works very, very well. Not to mention, because we've been for a couple months working on their debt repayment, their credit score is going up, so they're more likely going to be approved for this. Also very important to know that if you don't end up paying the balance in full by the end of that time period, of the 0% interest time period, oftentimes they end up adding all of the interest that you would have been charged on top of that. So please make sure you map out those numbers and maybe even plan to pay it off just a little bit early, just to give yourself a little buffer. Now that you're serious about chasing your debt-free dreams, make sure you select the right strategy for you. And as always, for one-on-one support on creating a debt payoff plan that will work for you, not only in paying off debt, but in staying out of debt, please book a consultation. I'd love to work with you.